Welcome back to America Decides. The economy, immigration, foreign policy, access to abortion, the future of democracy. All those issues are expected to come up in one form or another during tomorrow night's presidential debate. Here's a question. What are Americans expecting to hear from those candidates? Well, we have an answer. CBS News Executive Director of Elections and Surveys, Anthony Salvanto, joins us now with brand new CBS polling on this very question. I eagerly await the answer. Anthony, what is on voters' minds?
Brand new indeed, Major, out this hour. So we asked people, look, this in some ways will not surprise anyone. The bulk of people say they want to hear candidates' plans and candidates' policies. Look, there is no debate, if you will, that all of those issues are big, that people see big issues here. So that's behind that. There is this part, this quarter here of those planning to watch who say they're wanting to see if the candidates have the mental and cognitive health to serve. And that reflects some of the data we've seen in other polling where there are concerns. There are concerns about each of these candidates and whether or not they do. I'm going to point this out, which is a little bit of the strategy that people like to engage in ahead of debates, right? How should they be? Well, look at Dems wanting Joe Biden to be more forceful, right? And some of that may be behind the idea that they think he's got a good record to run on. Democrats do. They think the economy's good. They got to make that case. But then look at Republicans saying, what should Donald Trump's tone be? And that's more polite. A little bit of strategy there. They like the fact that they think he's tough, but maybe they're thinking, how does he appeal beyond that base, Major?
That sounds to me, Anthony, as if Republicans know that when Trump isn't polite or presidential, too aggressive, even if they agree or they think the country might agree with his points, he loses some ground.
Yeah, that may well be. And look, a lot of this is voters thinking about what they think other voters are going to want to hear, right? Hey, you can't avoid it. You know, if we're going to engage in, punditry and spin and everything else, let them have at it too. But look, on that very point, though, what do the candidates need to do besides explaining things? This one popped out at me, too. Avoid mistakes. And you got a higher number on that for Joe Biden. Avoid mistakes. And so when you look at that and you say, break that down by party, there's a lot of Democrats who think he needs to avoid mistakes, more so than Republicans think Donald Trump does. Maybe they think he's got more to lose. Maybe they think he's got something to prove. That's all in there, too.
Anthony, anything that tells us how interested, writ large, people are in this debate, considering it's super early in the process, before the conventions?
I think two things. One is what you just saw about that avoid mistakes might speak to a little bit of apprehension, if you will, among some partisans, maybe among some Democrats. I did notice this, that there's fewer Democrats who say that they plan to watch. So there, you want to talk about interest. Well, is it because their mind's made up? Is that because they don't know what's going to happen? We'll see.
Fresh out of the data oven. We don't have an oven, but just metaphorically. Anthony Salvanto, thank you very, very much.